Not Lavanya.
You know, the first day of spring is change when it comes with a blizzard. For sure, the weather is changing. But on the first day of spring, you get the worst snowstorm in history. But besides that, winter's always seen as a time for conserving your energy and preparing. Right? Bears hibernate during the cold months and then they come out in the summer. Everything in spring seems to be new. If you notice in nature, there are continuous cycles. There are cycles of, spring and then summer and fall and then winter. Even when you think of farming, there's planting, there's harvesting, reaping, and then again it's all barren. Sometimes we go through one bad season and we lose faith in the way things are. Change takes place all the time. It's taking place right now. All the time there are things happening. There are things moving. You're always moving towards a goal. It's just that you don't realize it. But there is something inside of you that watches all these changes that is unchanged. Isn't it? When you think of yourself, it's the same self when you were a baby, when you were a child. Somehow that, if you think of yourself minus your body, there is something that doesn't grow old, that remains the same, that's always there. It's just that we don't notice that very often until you stop and someone tells you, there is an observer, something inside of you that's around you, that's constant, that's always by your side. But everything else changes. And when people are going through a bad time, perhaps the worst thing you can say to them is that everything's going to change. Right? They don't believe it. They don't want to hear it. They certainly don't want to hear it. It's like, it's all fine for you. You're having a great time in your life. I'm the one battling cancer. I'm the one on my deathbed. I'm the one who can't breathe. And you're telling me everything is going to change. It is because we know things are going to change that we are able to embrace a storm. You know that a storm is never going to last forever. Sometimes in the midst of the storm, you can actually enjoy it, right? The lightning, the rain, the sound of the rain, the wind. It looks beautiful from one angle. Yes, it might be destructive. But there's something beautiful even in pain. One of our greatest saints met his end through cancer. You would imagine this was a realized soul. You would imagine that this would cripple him. But till the last day, neither did he take any medication for it, neither did it wipe the smile off his face. He was able, talk about Ramana Maharishi, was able to go through everything with a smile on his face. It's a realized soul. Even in a life of a realized soul, there is bodily pain. But what we are trying to avoid is suffering. Pain is necessary, suffering is optional. Suffering is your mental torment. When you keep saying, what if, poor me? Why is this happening? How long is it going to last? When you're unable to get out of that rocking chair, you went backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and going nowhere. Do you know that once in 12 years, every cell in your body is new? That means there's nothing of yourself from 12 years ago. Imagine that. Yet you think you look the same, right? You think that everything is the same. In 6 weeks, the entire blood in your body refreshes itself. This is why I say that do the breathing for 6 weeks. And it can change the potency of your blood. The vibrations can change. Did any of you incidentally watch the video on water? The one that I posted this week. Please watch it. It's one of my best videos. I can't even remember how I said it or what I said, but the impact of water on your body and your positive aura. If you have not watched it, you must watch it. It is one of my, yes, it's a must-see. And share it and tell your friends, because you want to know a reason why today has to be a positive day. It's because of this water in your body. Everything changes, yet we want some sort of order. We want things to remain the same. We are resistant to change. You've got into a little bubble, into a little comfort zone, where you get up in the morning, have your coffee, eat your bagel while you go to the car. You have a routine set up. And anything that, when life throws you a curved ball, it's like, oh my God, I can't deal with this now. Because there is something within you that resists, that says no to change. But change can be exciting. If you think of the present moment, it's pure potential. It's changing. Every minute, something new, something new, something new, something new, something new. Once in 3 months, I Google my name and I see if there's anything new. Most often it's nothing. And I had gone to page 10. I said, found a review of my book in an Indian newspaper. I'm like, yes, a new review, something new. You never know when you're going to get the news, when it's all going to happen, when your dreams are going to come true. But if you wait for that feeling, instead of enjoying it now, then nothing is going to change. You're going to remain exactly the same. This moment is for you to reinvent. You want the change? It only comes from action in the moment. Whatever you do now is going to have a reaction in the future. And that's what you call change. How much I have changed, and I'm never going to change. Right? These are things, he's never changing. We're always saying that about people, but how they remain the same. They never change, they never learn. Whether they learn or they change or they accept that they change, the truth is that there is continual change. Whether you want to accept it or you don't want to accept it, it's happening. And it's happening now. It's happening now. You want to change a habit? You'll probably never get to it if you say, I'll start on Monday. You'll never get to it. It's either now or never. Everyone says, if not now, when, right? If not now, when? Yeah, if not now, when? You want the change to take place, the action has to be now. Everything you do right now changes everything. And if you want change, you want to be happy in the future, and you're not happy now, chances are you'll never be. You got to be happy right now to springboard with the same happiness into the future. It's just a feeling, right? It's just a feeling of being complete and still and centered. But we confuse all that to mean pleasure and excitement, something in the future. You can be excited right now with whatever's happening. Because you are here. This is your chance. And you never know when you're going to be inducted to a Hall of Fame. Be happy now. Be happy now. The things you deserve will come your way. It will. If you believe it will. Your biggest enemy, perhaps, is the doubting mind. I don't know that I can lose the weight. Since I don't know I can lose the weight, I'm going to put some butter on my toast. Since I don't think I'm going to lose weight, I just don't think that I need to exercise. It's such a waste. Whether I exercise or I don't exercise, I'm not going to lose weight. I've tried it in the past. It doesn't work. Nothing's going to change. Right? The change that you want happens with action in the moment. You can't get a tree without planting a seed. Think of that. When you plant the seed, only then it's going to sprout. And you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Karma is like throwing a bunch of assorted seeds into a yard. You don't know what's going to sprout first, when it's going to sprout, whether the papaya tree is going to come first, whether the rice is going to come next, or when the chiku tree is going to come next, or the jasmine. You've just thrown a bunch. And those seeds, the seeds that you sow, are what make the change. So plant in yourself a seed of contentment. That right now, with my life, I'm happy with everything it brings, good or bad. I always tell you that all things are good. There are no bad things in life. Everything is good. Everything, and you know why I say there's nothing bad. Because really, when life is smooth sailing, the inward journey never starts. It's only when life gets tough and when you feel you've lost control of things that go inside and start seeking, and that's when growth takes place. So how can it be a bad thing, right? Everything is always good. So if you always have that feeling that you're sitting at the edge of a diving board and you're springing up and down, joyously bouncing, it's going to take you way into the future. Always with that sense of being content, of being happy, of knowing that life is just perfect right now, just the way it is. And that you need nothing else. It's always spring then. There's no winter. There are no seasons. Because you have one season through the year. Just one season. One where you're just completely satisfied.